I think by the time 3-4 days went off, you had might have been forgotten about it. Few facts. Okay, we just started with invertebrate phyla, Porifera, and Coelenterata. Then we continued with Platyhelminthes, isn't it? So we have seen. So we have seen Porifera. Then we saw the characters of Coelenterata. Then we continued with Platyhelminthes. Okay, we continued with Platyhelminthes. Okay, so next to this, we are going to see about Aschelminthes. Okay, Aschelminthes. So in each phyla, we are seeing some advancement in characters. Okay, we are seeing some advancement in characters. Okay, first we saw in Porifera, they were only of multicellular forms. Then we saw in Coelenterata, they had tissues. Then we saw in Platyhelminthes, they have organs. Okay, here in Aschelminthes, okay, it also contains organs only. It is also come under organ system of organization. Okay, so this is cellular grade, this is tissue grade, these both are organ grade. Okay, see cellular level, multicellular level, this is tissue level, and these two are organ level. But there is no organ system. Okay, so but all these come under invertebrates. They don't have vertebral column, or they don't have any bone-like bones or bone-like structures in their body. Clear? So we have seen about 3 phyla. Okay, now we are going to continue with the 4th phyla, Aschelminthes. So the names are new to you, so read the spellings carefully. Okay, Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes. Okay, so this Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, they all are worms. Okay, they all are worms. They belong to the common thing, worm-like body. Okay, so we can see a few things about I'll recall few facts about Platyhelminthes, then we can go to Aschelminthes. So what we saw about Platyhelminthes, 99% of them are parasites. They are parasites. They live inside the body of the other animals or human beings. They are parasites. So in order to live inside the body of plants, animals or human beings, they have certain special features. So what are special features they have? They have hooks and suckers. They have hooks and suckers to hold the body wall of the human being or animals. They live inside the body. They live either in the liver or inside the intestine or inside the stomach. Okay, so they need something to hold. So they have hooks and suckers to hold the body. Okay, then second thing is they are Rajarishika, 99% of them are parasites only. Only 1% alone is free living. Yes, they can live on both land and water. Okay, they are not completely aquatic. So the first two are completely aquatic. Porifera, Coelenterata, they are completely aquatic. So what do you mean by aquatic? Aquatic is a term used to refer the animals that live only in water. Okay, aquatic means they live only in water. Terrestrial, see, there is another term called terrestrial. Terrestrial means they can live on land. Okay, so aquatic, terrestrial. Aquatic means only in water. Terrestrial means they can live in land. Okay, so we have two terms. Now these platyhelminthes, no, they don't have any body cavity. Okay, they don't have any gaps in their body to hold the important organs. Okay, they don't have any body cavity. If an animal doesn't have any body cavity, we call it as acoelomate. It is called as acoelomate. Acoelomate means animals that do not possess any body cavity. Clear? They are acoelomate. Okay. Now, when we cut the body of the animal, any worm of Platyhelminthes, take for example, we saw about liver fluke. No, liver fluke has a central mouth, sucker-like structure. Then it had a leaf-like body like this, liver fluke. Okay, it has some lines. These lines are not like segments, just they are lines only. Okay, liver fluke, it lives inside the liver of the animal. Okay, see these liver fluke, no, they have the hooks and suckers to cling the body. Okay, so when you cut this liver fluke longitudinally, okay, both the right side and left side possess the same organs. Okay, when you cut the body, both the right side and left side possess the same organ. My voice is low. Okay. So when you cut the body of the animal longitudinally, no, both the right side and left side possess the same organs. Okay, this is called this type of it is called acoelomates. If an animal doesn't possess body cavity, those animals are called acoelomates. Okay, tapeworm, poriferans, coelentrates, they don't have the body cavity. So they all come under acoelomates. Got it, Yetu? Yes. Now this, when an animal is cut longitudinally, if both the sides give the equal number of organs, no, those animals come under bilateral symmetry. Okay, so they come under bilaterally symmetrical. So what is bilateral symmetrical? If you cut it, both should receive the same organs. Half of the organs should be there. Then we say it is bilaterally symmetrical. Okay, if there is no organs, if the both the sides are not receiving the same organs, we say it as asymmetrical. Okay, asymmetrical. But the Platyhelminthes, no, all the worms of this category are bilaterally symmetrical. When you cut into two halves, both the halves will receive the same organs, will be there. Half will be there. Okay, this is a third character. What is the fourth character? So when we say it has organ system of organization, it has organ grade of organization. Number four, organ grade of organization. So what do you mean by that? There is no cellular level, there is no organ system, but organs are there. Different organs perform different functions, but they are not interconnected. So we say organ grade of organization. Clear? If they are interconnected, we say organ system. But here in Platyhelminthes, they are not interconnected. Organs are there, they perform certain functions. Okay, they are called organ grade of organization. For example, see, we know each organ is required to perform one function. In Platyhelminthes, the excretion is carried by a special structure, special cells called flame cells. As the higher animals have kidneys, kidneys only will separate the waste from our blood and produce urine, isn't it? But here in Platyhelminthes, okay, there is no kidneys. So that work of the kidney is carried by the flame cells. It is an organ, okay, but it doesn't have any tube-like structures or structure used to store the urine. No such structure is there. Only cells are there. These cells, no, they will be in the form of see these cells, no, they will be in the form of flame. Like they will be in orange red color like a flame. You know what is a flame? No, when anything burns, you can see that flame coming out. Orange red or bluish red flame will be coming. No, so these cells are in the form of orange red color. Okay, so they are called as flame cells. These flame cells, no, they perform the function of the kidney. They separate the waste from the body and give it out. Okay, so excretion here is carried by flame cells. Got it, children? And the sixth character is here there is sexes are not separate. Both the same animal will have the male and the female. Yes, very good. Hermaphrodite. Very good. They are called as hermaphrodite animals. If an animal possesses male and female sex organs the same body, we call hermaphrodite. Okay, they are bisexual animals in other terms. They don't have male worm, female worm. They are bisexual. They are called hermaphrodite animals. Got it, children? Yes. And the platyhelminthes meaning is flatworm. Clear? So, best example is liver fluke, the worm which lives inside the liver and damages the liver. Second is tapeworm. The worm is in the form of a tape, long tape. So it is tape. Both these damage our internal tissues. Clear? If left unnoticed, it will even cause the death of the individual. Clear? Got a clear idea about the platyhelminthes? I have taken once again. Okay. Now we can go to the next worm. So now we saw flatworm, platyhelminthes. Now it is aschelminthes. It is aschelminthes. So what do you mean by that? It is a roundworm. The body is cylindrical. Roundworm. Snake is not a worm. What did you ask now? I didn't follow your question. What did you ask? Snake is not a worm. Snake is a vertebrate. Snake has a central strong vertebral column. Snake is a vertebrate. Snake comes under reptiles. Okay, it's not a worm. Don't confuse snake with worm. Okay, so aschelminthes, no, the worms of this category are called as roundworms. The body is snakes are hermaphrodite. Snakes have sexes will be separate only, my snake. Okay, see these roundworms, no. Here also many worms are parasitic only. Many worms are parasites. Only few are free living. Only few are free living. So what does free living mean? Free living means they don't live inside the body or outside the body of any organism. They don't cause any diseases. They live freely in water or in land. Okay, they are not parasites. Okay, so many members of this phyla or parasites, only few are free living. Okay, so first is many are parasites. Yes, Rajarishika. Yes, you can see about it. Okay, parasites. Second character, as I told, they are roundworms. No, they are the triploblastic animals. They come under triploblastic. The body, it has three germ layers. See, till platyhelminthes we saw only two germ layers. So we call them as diploblastic. Di means two. From aschelminthes, the body has three germ layers: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. So we call it as triploblastic animal. Okay, it is the first triploblastic animal. Poriferans are not triploblastic. Coelenterates are not triploblastic. Platyhelminthes are not triploblastic. They all are diploblastic. So from aschelminthes only, they are triploblastic. It has three germ layers: outer ectoderm, middle most mesoderm, and inner endoderm. They have three germ layers. Clear? So here, see, in between the germ layers, no, in between the outer middle mesoderm and inner endoderm, you have a small cavity-like structure. A small, but it is not a true cavity. It is a false cavity. Okay, there is a cavity. It is not a true cavity. So we call it as pseudocoelomate. Pseudo means false. Okay, coelom means body cavity. So they are called as pseudocoelomates. See, till platyhelminthes, there was no cavity at all. Okay, so in aschelminthes, cavity-like structure is forming, advancement, a little advancement. Okay, cavity-like structure is forming, but it is not a true cavity. So we call them as pseudocoelomates. Pseudo means false. Okay, coelom means cavity. Okay, I hope you know what is a body cavity. You know what is a body cavity? So what is a body cavity? See, we have a backbone. We have a backbone. Then we have the rib cage in front. Okay, we have the backbone, isn't it? We have the rib cage in front. See, in between these two, we have a gap. Okay, that we have the head above and hip below. See, head above, neck is there, hip below, rib cage is towards the front side, and vertebral column towards the back, ventral side. In between, you have a body gap. This is called body cavity. Okay, in this body cavity only we have the lungs, we have the heart, we have the alimentary canal, we have all the internal organs there. This is called body cavity. Clear? If there is no body cavity, where all these organs will be? Got it? So in between these two, we have the body cavity where all our internal organs are embedded. Lungs is there, heart is there, alimentary canal is there, kidneys are there. It's the body cavity. Okay. So poriferans, coelentrates, platyhelminthes, they don't have any body cavity. The body, the front part and the back part, no, the middle part is fully filled with some fluid. But here in Aschelminthes, no, there is a body cavity, but it is not like this. It is not like what we have. This false body cavity. There is no any organs there. A small cavity is there. That cavity is filled. Okay. There's no organs there. So we call as pseudocoelom. Okay. So we call it as pseudocoelom. Now only a cavity-like structure is forming. The first animals no cavity. Here it is forming. Got it, children? Got it? Then the fourth important character. So as I told you, they are all parasites, no? See, when the parasites live inside our body, no, our body produce. Yes, yes, Rajarishika. Our body, our inside the body, no, it produces lot of antibodies or we take some chemicals to kill the worms. Okay, so when the chemicals affect the worms, no, the worms will be killed. So in order to protect their body, no, all the parasitic worms have to take, for example, it is a worm. Okay, so if you take some medicine, no, this worm will die. The medicine goes inside the body, the worm will die. Okay, in order to protect it from the chemicals, no, there are many worms, almost all the worms, they have a thin covering over the body. They have a thin covering over the body. Okay, that is called as cuticle. That is called as leaves have. Leaves have a covering, no, like this. It has a cuticle. Okay, this cuticle will protect the worm's body from from the chemicals what we take. Okay, so we have to take some strong chemicals to kill it. So they have the cuticle. Okay, see these worms, no, they don't have any lines on their body. We saw in Platyhelminthes some lines are there in the body. No, here they don't have any lines. So we call them as unsegmented worms. They don't have any lines, so we call them as unsegmented worms. Okay, the best example is we have many worms under this criteria, under this phyla, but we are talking about only about two worms. The example is Ascaris. Ascaris. Okay, then second is Wuchereria. Okay, Ascaris and Wuchereria. Both are very dreadful worms. So these Ascaris here, no, the sexes are separate. So in Platyhelminthes we saw they are hermaphrodites. Both male and female sex organs present in the same animal. But in Aschelminthes, no, sexes are separate. Male worm is there and female worm is there. See, when you see the body, you can identify easily. It is a male worm. See, in Ascaris, no, the male worm is somewhat, the tips will be, see, like this. The male worm will be somewhat like this. The male worm. Okay. The female worm will be straight with pointed ends. It will be somewhat straight like this. Okay. When you see itself, you can identify easily. See, in male worm, no, the tip, the head region, no, it will be like this. See the head region. The male worm has pointed like this. The female, see that there is no hook in the female. The male, it has a hook in the tip. In female, there is no hook at all. So when you see the worm itself, you will identify it is a male worm. This is a female worm. Sexes are separate here. Okay, so what do they do in our body? See, this Ascaris, no, they get inside our body, they absorb all the nutrients from our body, they develop in our body. Okay, they are very small worms, white color worms. Okay, when it multiplies in our body, no, we won't feel hungry, all our nutrients will be absorbed by ascaris. Okay, so we become anemic. Okay, we become deficient in many nutrients. We become very weak. Okay, if left unnoticed. Okay, then it causes a disease called ascariasis. Ascari. That's what often the doctors will say. If we eat properly, if you're not eating properly, if you're not feeling hungry, if you're very lean, doctors will give us the medicine to kill the worm, deworming tablet. Even in our school, they used to do deworming tablet. No, it is used to kill this ascaris only. Okay, deworming. Okay, so if this worm is inside our body, no, whatever we take, whatever we eat, no, all will be taken by these worms only. We grow very weak. Okay, then this Wuchereria is yet another dreadful worm. It causes elephantiasis. Yes, yes, yes. Anemia is caused because of many reasons. Okay, many reasons. One may be this ascaris. If it absorbs all the nutrients, no, how we get the blood? Okay, so this Wuchereria, no, this is the worm that causes the elephantiasis disease. I think you know what is elephantiasis. The legs will be swollen. Okay, the legs will be swollen like an elephant's leg. It becomes like an elephant's leg. Okay, this Wuchereria, no, they will go and affect our lymph nodes. Okay, and they will cause the swelling of our legs, our lymph nodes. The lot of liquid will be occupied in this space. We cannot walk properly. We feel the body will become very weight. Okay, have you seen the persons affected by elephantiasis disease? Elephantiasis. Only 1 or 2% of people will be affected with elephantiasis. That is, if they're not following that proper hygienic toilet habits, no, if they pass the motion in the open areas, okay, that they have, they're subject to this infection. Okay, here the sexes are separate. Clear, children? Did you understand this lesson? And it's phyla. Okay, see, these aschelminthes, no, they have a common name. They are called as nematodes. They are called as nematodes. All the worms of aschelminthes, no, they are called as nematodes. Got it, children? Did you understand? Got it? Any doubts? We can pass on to next phyla. Any doubts? Did you understand? Did you understand? If there is no body cavity, they have organ only, no organ system. Okay, if they have no body cavity, they have organ, no organ system. Okay, yes, we can pass on to the next phyla in invertebrate. Okay, what is the next phyla in invertebrate? That is phylum Annelida. Phylum Annelida. Okay, see, it is also belong to worm category, but here the worms are segmented. We can call this as segmented worms. Earthworm is the best example of Annelida. Here, no, in this Annelida, this worm, both free living and parasites are there. Many are free living and many are parasites. Okay, we cannot say all are parasites, all are free living. We can say equally distributed. Here in Annelida, parasitic worms are there and equally free living worms are also there. Okay, so earthworm is a free living worm. Leech is a parasitic worm. Clear? So they have the body as segmented. What is segmented means? See, I'll draw a simple diagram. See, the body will be having the segments like this. Body will be having segments like this. Okay, these segments are called as, each segment is called as metamer. Okay, each segment are called as metamer. Children, mute your mic. Children, somebody mic is on. Okay, so each segment is called as metamer. Okay, so we can say that they are metamerically segmented. We say as they are metamerically segmented. Metamer means each segment name is metamer. Okay, see, in each I am drawing one segment here. See, this is one segment. This is one segment. See, in between this segment, no, three line-like structures are present. See, three line-like structures are present. Okay, these lines are called as annuli. These lines are called as annuli. See, this is the segment. This is the segment, and between the segment, three lines are there. They are called as annuli. They are called as annuli. Okay, so they are metamerically segmented worms. Got it, children? First character. Second character is they have true coelom. They have true coelom. They have the true body cavity. True coelom is there. In between the two ends, true cavity is there. They are coelomate. When they say coelomate, what should be there? They have organ system. They have organ system. Digestive system is there, nervous system is there, excretory system is there. They have different systems. When they have true coelom, they have systems. Organ system is there. Clear? They are also bilaterally symmetrical. If you cut the body into two, both will be receiving the half of the organ. So they are segmented worms, they have true coelom, they have organ systems, they are bilaterally symmetrical. Got it, children? Got it? Okay. So many worms, no, in the segments, no, many worms have, see, the segments, many worms, if they are free living worms, okay, if they are free living worms, no, the segments have small hair like structures like this.